Mastermind family, welcome back to the show. I am your host JoJo, and today is Artist Motivation, where we go and we talk to different artists, whether it's in the manga world, anime, tunes, you name it. The whole point is that we want to talk to these different creators so that they can share us a beacon of hope, share us the motivation that we can do this and that we can finish what we start and just continue to create. And we have a very special guest on the show today. Today we have William Woffard, and before we get the show started, we gotta do the sound off call for the day, right? Mastermind family in the building. And so today, William, thanks for coming on the show. How you doing, man?
All right, thanks. Feeling good.
Feeling good. Okay, cool. Well, William, tell us about you and give us a little bit of background, and yeah, man, tell us the people who you are.
All right, thanks. Well, my name is William Woffard. You can call me Willie.
Hey.
I've always been known as an artist, and since I was a little kid growing up, I've just always been drawing pictures. I started off probably drawing Looney Tunes.
Yeah. That's cool.
I remember drawing this picture of a Roadrunner one time. Had his legs like going in the circles, when he's running.
Yeah.
And just a family member looked at it and they were just like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe you'll be an artist one day." And probably since then, I've just been obsessed with drawing, especially cartoons.
Man.
And of course, Dragon Ball Z, whenever that came out, I started getting into anime and manga and all that.
Okay. That's cool, man. That's really cool. So, I guess, would you say that Looney Tunes, from like when you started drawing the Roadrunner, was like your major influence as far as like your art style, or what's been like a major influence on your art style like today, and it's like never changed since?
Probably the major influence is probably Ren and Stimpy.
Oh shoot!
Of all things.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh
Ren
man.
and Stimpy. I liked how they was so expressive, like full body expression.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved it.
Man, that is cool. I haven't seen that show in a long time, but I remember watching Ren and Stimpy, man. So how did, I guess from that, how did you kind of incorporate it into your own little flavor? I guess tell us that process of seeing what they did and then incorporate it into your own.
Just looking at all the different kind of styles that people did, and the use of color and all that, and of course the expressions, and the crude humor.
Okay.
I'll try to put all that into pretty much everything that I did. A lot of my art now, it has I'll have a severed leg with a face or something, and it's just coming at you.
Oh shoot!
Weird stuff.
Okay. Bit of the creative side. Okay. Abstract. I dig it, man. I guess so. Tell us what are you currently working on, man? What are some of the projects that you're working on that you be willing to share with the people, man? What you got going on?
Yeah. Well, I actually do some part-time design for Tokyo Disneyland.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, how did that happen?
Well, one of my daughter's friends from ballet, well, we used to live in Japan. We just moved back here to South Carolina last year.
Whoa. First of all, you used to live in Japan? Come on. William, you didn't tell me this, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Okay, but go ahead, sorry.
But yeah, until about last year,
Okay.
One of the parents of my daughter's friend, she was working for I don't know what you call it, an apparel place.
Mm-hmm.
And one of their bigger clients was Tokyo Disneyland and Universal Studios in Osaka and all that. My wife was sitting down with her one day for dinner. It was kind of like a farewell party for us because we were leaving. And she said, "By the way, my husband's an artist, and I heard that you have this business going on." And she's like, "Well, yeah, let me see what he's got." And so she came down to my classroom. I was a teacher then. I was teaching art and English.
Okay.
And so she came down to the classroom and she took a look at what I had, and she was like, "Well, hell yeah, dude, let's show this off." And so they gave me the first job making I think it was the first one was a Mickey Mouse towel, and they wanted me to design the package for it, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll do it."
Okay. So man, so that was your first gig, and
that was my first gig. Yeah, Disneyland. I was like, "What?"
that is dope. That is dope, man. And then like from there, like you just kind of like exploded from there, or like, you know, tell us a little bit more, like where are you still a teacher? You know, man, it sounds like you're doing exciting things, man.
Well, it's all happened within the last year, so it's not very big right now. But when I moved back here to South Carolina, I decided to open my own illustration business, design business, and I'm doing that from home right now. And I do comics, children's books, and all that kind of stuff. And one of my personal projects right now is, I guess not a children's book, but like a picture book.
Okay.
And I call it Adventures in Bean Gruger.
Okay.
If you jumble it up a little bit, it sounds like green booger.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds like that. And that's why I chuckled. Okay. So like, how did that
mess around with the words and stuff?
How did the inspiration come about for that?
I was actually getting frustrated, but not getting any work. I haven't gotten much work recently, so I was actually kind of frustrated, and I just said, "Well, screw it. I just make a book." And a lot of people, at least around here, seem to be pretty supportive of it. So I said, "Why not?"
Dope, man. So when is that going to be finished?
I'm hoping to have the first book out by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I haven't put much about it on the net yet, but yeah, if you want to check out some of the work that I've got right now, you can run to the website. It's willieillustration.weebly.com.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just got a bunch of crazy stuff up there. Okay. And there were some other comics that I was working on, but I just kind of left them alone.
What? Why is that?
It just wasn't very good. It wasn't going very well.
Well, I mean, at least you kind of you're like, okay, well, I was working on this, and now I'm like, okay, it's not going as well as I thought it would, so now I'm gonna shift into something that is going in the right direction.
Yeah, something more. I don't know. my own style. I think I kind of get pulled into other people's ideas and then try to work with those. But I kind of, said, hey, this is my bubble. Around. This is my little bubble.
That is funny. Yeah, and like I guess
everything that bubble is mine.
and that's good. That's like you own your bubble, man. And so like how like within your bubble, like what is your strategy, or like how did you like grow your fan base, or how are you continuing to grow your fan base where you're getting people to be interested in like in your bubble and what you're doing? Like what's your strategy behind that? Like why why is it working for you? What are you doing that most people aren't like doing?
Well, yeah, I think I came up with the whole bubble concept. Recently. Like I was telling you, I always get kind of pulled into everybody else's ideas of what it should look like versus what I want it to look like. And I just said, well, I'm not doing very well with this right now because of this person's idea. I'm not doing very well with this right now because of what's going on with the government right now, or whatever, something like that. I was always blaming somebody. But when I was growing up, I would just always just shut down the whole world and say, this is what I'm doing right now. Leave me alone. And then I wouldn't even have to try and sell it. Somebody would just come over and be like, hey, I like that. Let me be a part of it. Something like that. So
seriously,
trying to push myself on everybody, trying to do what they want me to do. I'm just going to do what I want to do, and people are going to like it.
Exactly. And that's you like, it's like you're owning it. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna stay in my bubble, and people are more than welcome to step into the bubble if they choose to.
That's right.
And if they cool, I'll work with them. If they not, I'll push them out the bubble.
That's right.
That's awesome. I guess like what is something that you wish someone had told you before you got started on your journey or your path?
I wish somebody would have told me about the bubble.
That's that I would say that's a good mindset. Like it's like, you know what, I'm not worried what y'all doing, just let me do me, and then
that's right.
So
I imagine you got into this YouTube channel the same way.
I did, man. And it kind of like spawned off of like, okay, so I've created this manga, AfroSeeds, and I have others in the pipeline. So I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to like get it out there? And then I was like, well, there seems to be like a dilemma of this sort. There's a lot of good things, good mangas, good comics, good webtoons, good illustrations that are out there, but everybody's like kind of like, for lack of a better term, in their own bubble. And like I was like, okay, what if I just like kind of like, just start pulling things that I find very interesting, and then like, kind of like promote them, and then that way it's like, okay, you give back what you want to have in return. And so if I'm giving people exposure and I'm building up a platform that's like, that adds some type of value, then in return, people will notice what's going on, and then at the same time, they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize you guys have titles out there for mangas or comics, and I didn't realize you guys have like music as well, things of that nature." I mean, like, just wanted to like build up the art community and just know that like everybody is more than welcome to be in their bubble, but like let's try to like support each other. But like this is what's out there. This is cool. Go support it. Or I think this is cool. Go check it out. Just little stuff like that, I think goes a long ways for a lot of people. And you'd be surprised. Some people like get discovered and they're like, yo, I saw this thing on, this dude was just going crazy, yelling, Mastermind family in the building. But I saw your comic and I went and read it, and I was like, man, that shit is dope. So like it's little stuff like that I'm like, man, that's cool, man. Or somebody's just very grateful that I took the time to even look at their stuff and like do a real serious review over it, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out here to me.
Man, no worries, man. And it's just like, you know, that's what I'm saying. So we definitely would like to, you know, get a heads up whenever, you know, that thing is official, man, so we can like check it out, you know, show it to the people, you know, and just, you know, get your stuff out there too, man, because like that's what it's about, man. And so
Yeah.
but I guess if you could impart like words of wisdom to like anybody that may be listening to this, that may be like a beginner, hasn't even started, you know, or is a so-called a pro, what words of wisdom would you impart onto them?
Excuse me. Well, definitely, you know, find your bubble. Own what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a client, you know, if you've got a client and he's trying to say, yeah, this is what I want, please give it to me. Just own it, because he's coming to you for your expertise. And of course, you know, it doesn't always go that way, but still, you know, own it first. And
Right.
if they make changes, then that's cool too.
Right.
But yeah, definitely, just whatever you're doing, own it.
Man, that's so simple but powerful, man. It's just like that's it, man. Everything you do, go all in, own it, and just kill it, man. So I guess like not so much like a serious question, but like what is your current favorite anime or manga that you're like that's like catching your eye, or comic or whatever? What's something that's like, this is really good and I'm like in it.
Yeah. I'm really into the Boruto series right now. Naruto's son.
Yep.
Naruto's little
Mm-hmm.
man. That's the manga's really cool. It doesn't come out but once a month, but man, it's awesome.
It is.
And there's more on webtoons that I really like, but I can't really remember the name right now.
What?
Man, one of them is like it's like a bunch of like, oh man, like the Greek gods, goddesses. It's really popular right now.
The Greek goddesses and goddesses.
It's like well, just colorful people. You've got like Hades and stuff, and Persephone, and somebody's like supposed to be a virgin, but then they're trying to get with this guy and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. It's really cool.
Huh? I've never heard of that. Huh?
A lot of people know it. It's pretty popular.
What? How come I haven't heard of this? I'm about to Google this.
It's awesome.
Okay. So like, so you know there was a time period where you were telling us that you know you wasn't getting any work, but like, what kept you motivated to like stay in it and not like, you know, because most people when things aren't going well they just throw in the towel and, you know, say, you know what, I guess being a teacher or being an engineer or being whatever ain't so bad, so just let me do this and forget about it. How did you stay motivated?
I did throw in the towel at one time.
Really?
And I'm going to tell you, that set me back 15 years.
No way.
Yeah. I got straight out of high school. I moved to Japan, and I said, when I get to Japan, I'm gonna go to art school and all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna make comic books for Shonen Jump and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, but then I got there and I'm like, I don't have the money for that. So then I started teaching, and I let it go for a little while. But after my kids were born, I just said, hey, when my kids are watching, they know I'm not a good teacher. They know I'm not into it. I better just go ahead and say, hey, kids, if you got a dream, go for it.
Yeah, man.
That's what he's going to do right now. And then I started to do it, got back into it. And then my daughter's friend came up and said, yeah, my mom works for Disney.
That is awesome, man. Like, and I mean, and that's crazy, right? Like, you can, like, it's weird because like reality and practicality would like set in, and you're like, well, this is what it is, but like, you have a choice. You could either, okay, I'm gonna forget the reason why I even wanted to do something, or I'm gonna follow through and like, you know what? I remember my why, and I'm gonna follow through and get this thing done. Even if it like takes me a half a century or a quarter of a century, whatever. I'm gonna get this thing done, and I'm gonna be able to say, you know what? At least I did my dream. So I do respect that, man, that you're back in it. To be honest, because it's not easy, especially if you walked out of it and you've been busy because you're like working, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So
$5.
I guess, how do you have time? That's I guess that's my next one. How do you have time to like even do your dream? I'm curious because you have children, you have a wife. How do you have time?
Well, fortunately, my wife's got a good job, so I work with a friend part time, do landscaping, and that's what I've been doing all this week. Just Christmas is coming up, and whatever money I'm not getting from what I'm doing right now, gotta get that.
That's true.
And, but yeah,
man.
during the week, if I'm not doing the landscaping, I'm here in the office, the home office, and I'm trying to get this book going. Trying to get all the artwork done.
I guess how long does it like usually take you to, if you like, when was the last time I guess you keep your window open for like commissions and stuff like that, or you don't even want to open that door up?
It's open all the time. Like I said, these are personal projects, and if I have the time to work, I'm gonna do it. I guess you could say I was a workaholic. I don't know.
But doing it doesn't feel like work though, right?
Of course, yeah. Doing it feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
That is it. And I was just waiting for you to say that, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Definitely.
Man. I guess, William, man, like, if there was anything that you've done, like, what would you wish you had done while you were in like Japan? Because that's like a really, really hot spot. What would you wish you would have done while you were out there?
I wish I would have invested earlier, or at least invested my time earlier, trying to get this art business going. I started actually in 2003. Whenever I moved to Japan, in 2003, I started I guess it was just a project, really. Okay. I called it Element. And the E in Element, the first E, I changed it to the kanji for picture.
Okay.
And I started doing that, but I didn't really put it out there. I just figured it'd be a pretty cool project, and maybe somebody will pick it up one day.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yes, I restarted that this month.
Nice.
Trying to make some scripts and stuff. Like designs or posters and stuff like that.
Nice.
really cool logo.
Nice.
And I started, I guess that's a second project.
So that's like that's one of the projects that you have in the pipeline that you're working on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man. Nice. So like, okay, last question. It seems like I'm like, I'm just so intrigued, man. Like, what was Japan like, man?
Oh yeah, it was cool. We lived near a university,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just people all over the place. And I had my own English school.
What?
My own English and art school.
What?
And I was hoping that I would get all those college students to come in, but it was always the kids that came in. If the college kids came in, that'd be at least a lot of money for a couple of months. Because a few of them did come by, but they wouldn't continue very long, just because they're college kids. They don't have the money for it. And, but yeah, I had a couple of friends back there. Really cool guys. Their businesses are blowing up right now. It's just crazy to watch what they're doing.
Seriously.
It's awesome.
Dang, that's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I live 30 minutes each way from Osaka to Kobe by train.
Mm-hmm.
But even my kids, they just, 10, 11 years old, they can just hop on the train and go to the shopping mall by themselves.
Seriously?
It's a safe place.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious though? They could do that? They were doing that?
Yeah.
Wow.
They always walk to school. It's probably about a 15-minute walk. Well, of course, they were told to walk to school.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy. That's
a really cool place.
That is cool, man.
I recommend anybody who wants to get into anything, go to Japan first.
That's cool. You think you go back and live there again, or any plans to like go there again, or?
Personally, I'd like to, but my wife likes to. She's like a traveler. So, of course, Japan is home for her. So she doesn't feel like she wants to move. Doesn't want to live there anymore. I guess she'd rather live in Hawaii.
Hawaii is nice. Hawaii's nice.
Hawaii's nice, yeah.
So.
But personally, I'd love to go back. It's just everything is so much more convenient over there. It's really cool.
I can only imagine, man. That's really awesome, man. Maybe who knows, man? Your book is gonna take you all over the place, man. I'm gonna be waiting for the day I see that, and I'm like, whoa. I said, man, I need to, we're gonna have you back on the show, man, and tell us how you got to be able to, go around the world with your, your book, man, and just the different projects that you're working on, So,
yeah.
But so, but
there's no if there. I'm looking forward to. I'll talk to you again.
Oh yeah. And you're gonna let me know about your world travels and like how your book is doing well. And I'm like, dang man, this dude said he was gonna do it. He made sure to follow through with it, and he's making money. So
that's right. That's what it's all about.
Shoot. So, but man, William, man, this was awesome, man. We really do appreciate you taking the time to talk with our family and just, sharing your perspective, sharing your journey, and, just providing us motivation. So tell the people where we can find more of your work at, man.
All right. It's, you can find it on the website that I mentioned earlier. It's Willie Illustration. That's Willie with an I-E, not a Y. Will, W-I-L-L-I-E, I-L-L-U-S-T-R-A-T-I-O-N.
Okay.
That's .weebly.com.
Alright.
.weebly.com. And I also have a Patreon page.
Mm-hmm.
It's also patreon.willieillustration.com. Oh no, patreon.com/willieillustration. There we go. I'm all confused right now.
Oh, well, cool, man. And what about your Instagram, man? You have an Instagram to tell the people that you know, what's your Instagram that so you can share with the people?
Yeah, Instagram also Willie Illustration.
Excellent.
Yeah, Facebook as well.
Excellent. All right, Mastermind family, that is going to do it for the show. We hope you enjoyed the show and the story of William. And be sure to check us out and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more stories like this to get you motivated and fired up about what you're doing with your artwork. And we're going to see you on the next episode.
All right.
Black magic. The present feels like the past. It's deja